Hello everyone, my name is Vijay Reddy Pininti. Welcome to the final video in this series. In this video, we'll see how to automate the process of application building with Jenkins using GitHub Webhooks. So for this, we have to go to your GitHub repository, okay, and click on the settings. And here you have something called Webhooks. Press on Webhooks, okay, and click on Add Webhook. The add webhook section, we have to provide the payload URL, for which just go to your EC2 instance and copy your Jenkins server's IP address. Now come back to your GitHub repository. Provide the payload URL as http:// and followed by your server IP colon 8080, which is the port in which your Jenkins server is running, followed by GitHub hyphen webhook slash. This will be your payload URL, and keep the content type as application JSON. Leave the rest of the fields as is. Before clicking on add webhook, just go to your Jenkins server once, click on configure build. Okay, once you are here, come to the trigger section, and under trigger section select GitHub hook trigger or git scm polling. Select this and click on save. Just give it some time. Once we have successfully changed the configuration of our Jenkins server, come back here and now click on add webhook. Now GitHub will try to send a small payload to your uh, Jenkins server, but as we can see, the delivery has failed. Let us look into this, like why it has failed. Okay, we got an error because it says it failed to connect to the host. So I what we can do is the basically the issue here is that again the Jenkins server is not able to trust our GitHub repository. So we have to whitelist the GitHub webhooks in your Jenkins server security group. How you can do that is just go to Google and type GitHub webhooks IP address, and this is official GitHub docs. Click on this link, and here if you can see the hooks array, you are provided with uh, 6 IP addresses. You have to whitelist all these IP addresses in your security group. So copy them one by one to your come to your security groups, go to your DevOps security group, click on edit inbound rules, click on add a rule, click on add a rule, leave this as custom TCP, and the port will be same 8080. IP would be custom IP, and we'll add our IPs that we have copied from GitHub Webhooks. So this is my IP1. Next, this is IP2. 3, 4, 5, and this should be the last one. 192 was the last one, I guess. Yes, that should be the last one. Click on Save Rules. Now go back to your GitHub. Webhooks. Click on, just say redeliver. Perfect. You can see the check mark. So your uh, Git was able to communicate with your Jenkins server. Now let us just give it some time. Okay, now whenever we make a push to our GitHub repository, the Jenkins should trigger the build automatically. Just to verify that, let us make a small change to our application. So let me open the Jenkins file itself. Let me let me just remove the completed word. Let me just say deployment successful. Okay, status. Now let me just refresh my Jenkins server. As you can see, I'm not going to trigger the build. I'll just refresh my Jenkins server. Let us just give it some time to refresh. As you can see, the build has already started uh, automatically without our manual trigger, and the build is successful as well. So yeah, that's it. That is how you can automate your mule server deployment with GitHub. Thanks for watching the video.